We are live. Pittsburgh! Welcome, welcome, America. Welcome. Welcome to my world of what I call entertainment. No, really. I mean, I gotta be entertainment. So, craziness. I forgot already something, but that's okay. I'm gonna get to it. Don't feed me from behind the glass. We got craft services tonight, man. It's weird if you know what that is. Anyway, welcome to this little show we got going on here. Yeah, got news. I'll get to that right away. Confirmed by Sean Hannity and a few other people very, very close to Donald Trump. We know the direction, where to head to. 2024. Sorry. You know, I've been holding back on things and trying to explain things and theories, a thread. And I still do believe Trump left these people in a fire. I really believe that. And I think that's why they're trying to throw so much of the Seuss and Frosty and Miss Piggy. It's a distraction to get you upset because you're exposing them and they need to anger you. And this is part of their narrative to do that. Think tank, honestly, create your own. I really believe that. Anyway, yeah, it looks like 2024. He's also, Mr. Trump, our president, who we know was truly our president for this term. Also kind of leaked a statement through these guys that he's working on something that's going to help us in our health. I guess of more awareness of some type of supplements and things that will keep you stronger. He's also opening his platform for the election. And, of course, Biden fires right back. You're going to make people well? I got to stop this. Something like that. You'll find that it's coming out. I've already threw it up on my page and kicked it out there. But 2024, people, we have a big door with a lot of work ahead. I hope you're in this. America, are you strong? I know you're strong, but are you strong? Because you're going to have to be really strong. 4 years is not no. I mean, it does pass. You know, when you hit a certain age, and you said, wow, I was 30 last month, and, now I'm 60. No, it's a flash. Keep the thought. It's a flash. We got a lot of work to do. I got a lot to talk about. 2024, Trump. It's still a big promise to what we need. And my God, we're going to need a lot of strategy and strength. These guys are brilliant. They pay these think tanks to think every move we make. You got to rock this with me. You got to rock it with me. I'm telling you, we need strength. Hey, quick hello to Megan Driscoll. How are you, Megan? Tracy, my girl. Bev Root, what's going on? I know I got some people here flashing in. Lean Bean. Matthew Walker, what's going on? Jasmine Ford, if you're catching this, I think you are. Yeah, you flashed up. Anyway, there's a bunch on right now. Not a bunch, but a bunch. I don't know, 30 or something flashing. We got all cameras on except for one. Can you bring that remote in? And let's hit that start Instagram right now. All right, I'll grab it. They don't want to come out from behind the glass. But I'm going to do this. We got a remote on this. I want to do this also on Instagram. All right, click that on. Because the other one in the corner is on. So we're feeding that. It's short clip to YouTube. This is Facebook. Now, I got this weird thing. So keep this in mind. I could go at any time tonight on my page. Something popped up. Unless it's somebody's stupidity of a gag and, the left and the support over there is not all the way strong, but I got some news on that too. I'd like to share with you in a bit. We'll get to that. I don't want to jump all over the page, but okay, we got a feed there. Good. So we're ready to go. Before I go all the way, hang with me, America, because I know I speak for you, but I also got to support Pittsburgh. Support small businesses. I got a weekend thing that I got to get out here for a really great place down in Bridgeville. It's called the Blaze Grill. And it's a small business. It's like a rustic kind of modern vibe, like woodsy and things like that. The menu looks fantastic. They consider themselves to be an Italian steakhouse. They're at 500 Washington Avenue, Bridgeville, PA. I believe I did read it says closed Sundays, but we all need that day of rest. And hello to all the Christians. I appreciate you coming in. Amens to you. Thank you for your prayers and your support. I do get them. Not a lot, but throw them at me. I'll take them all. I'm kind of under fire right now with that pop-up. So anyway, could have been a joke on me. I don't know. They do takeouts, reservations. Their menu's online. Prices are posted online. And, you don't see that a lot. So I appreciate when somebody does that. They're our feature for the weekend here. So it's the Blaze Grill. You can call 412-319-7475. The new Italian steakhouse. And they got filet mignon. They got all this stuff going. They really do. If you can afford to go out and, hey, get in there. Support Pittsburgh. Come on. Throw them a buck or two. So they do take reservations, and everything's posted. 500 Washington Avenue, Bridgeville. And I'm telling you, I'm going to visit these people. I go out, whether they know who I am when I walk in, everybody that comes to us, I go back to them. And more, but I can't go out every day. I can't. Please help support Pittsburgh. So with that out of the way, thank you for coming on board with us. We appreciate you allowing us to support you. And again, we do this for them. We ask for nothing. It's about small businesses. Got to rock them out. So anyway, I'm in a pretty good mood. I feel like I got a direction, but we got a long mission. We got to get in this together and really fight. And again, like I said to everybody, it doesn't matter who you voted for. They are going to come on to our side. They are. We're at 88%. 88% now of all the voters across the board on private polls on where we are right now as of this afternoon. Think about that. That's in the millions. 88%. Sign up. Get on that ticket. Get your ballot ready for 2024. Stay with us. Stay strong. All of us can be together. And that's what they're trying to break our narrative down. That it's not too much whiteness and too much thisness and too much that. That's a bunch of, you know what it is. It's a game. They're trying to outthink us. All this visible stuff that we're seeing, we're making fun back of, is to get you away from what really is behind the truth. And a lot of it I've been talking about here, and I talk about a lot of it before anybody else even brings it up. I don't know. I guess I got a vibe for it, but again, I'm not trying to ride on anybody's coattails. I don't want them riding on me. They're welcome to. We're all together. Whoever is doing this, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Check this out. Cali, I just got a phone call from somebody that, one of our people. $5.47 for gasoline in Cali right now. Okay? Now, Pittsburgh, we're looking at $2.99. I saw $2.97, $2.99. I seen up north 10 cents cheaper. It's starting to increase here in different ways. I got a little bit of a story on that for you, though, that I want to talk about. So, hey, I want to also send, he'll probably never hear it, but thanks, Sean Hannity, for really setting us straight. I think our path needed to be taken that way. And we appreciate you. We always do. We always appreciate you. You're a good voice. You're a good voice. So, yeah. Back to some issues. Who's ready? I got to put up my sleeves a little bit for this one here. I'm getting old. Got to do it. All right. I'm more comfortable now. Something else for Pittsburgh. It's weird. but I guess it was true, and they admitted doing it. They took a picture in the stands, and what had happened was their, I guess, tech people had some art work done, and I guess they kind of like they admitted it, but I guess they kind of got busted about the mask. And then they're being like, hey, they're not wearing their masks even right in the picture. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? I mean, really, you're keeping people separated from everything, and now they can't even have their mask off to breathe at a game, and you're more than 6 feet apart in a lot of circumstances. I mean, are you for real? I want to get into that right now because of where we are in Pennsylvania. And thank you, West Virginia. They're going to join the other Republican states who, and I applaud you guys, man. Seriously, we all do here. We applaud you. Get on board with this. Shut this other side down. And we got a bad narrative here in Pennsylvania. I'm glad I'm here actually and I can voice this to you. Here's what's going on. And this is how I observe it. And I do look, and I spoke on this. You got these people talking about this, that, and the other thing, and I even put up a post about Fauci today. And well, I don't have to. I'm not sick. I don't need I don't need a mask. And CDC, what they release, and that's a bunch of. Also, everybody's narrative and opinions change. This guy needs to retire, walk out of life. Get out of the picture before you really anger someone to the point of you'll regret it. I mean, I'm just saying, there's always a possibility of something. So anyway, on the mask issue, these people that are preaching it to us are sitting around a round table. We know that if that's the case on morning news and so forth, that they're not 20 feet apart, and that's the coverage. Now, some say 30 feet. A cough, a sneeze, an accidental. I mean, really? Come on. All right, so they're not doing it, and they're live on TV. So media knows a lot more about this too. To me, it's just a bunch of crap. It's not even a real theory of what's going on, and we're going to prove that by standing up on our grounds. The only interference that we might have during this is the plan from the other side, immigrating these illegals to the states. They could be coming in sick. Nobody cares. Joe's just going to plant them, and that's like, ha, 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 my payback to you for living in America. I mean, really, we knew he was dirt, and this is how dirt works. So, on the mask thing, you got these open shields. Come on, what is that protecting? You got rags, you got bra cups, you got people making statements. They're still all over, even on mine. And by the way, we have the 10. Because we are the 10. And this is 10 o'clock talks. May have to throw a box of those away. Whatever. But still in PA, the governor threatens us where I'll let you know when we can open. Our numbers are still. But yet, if you take the numbers and you really compare, we have better, equal of same in the last kind of reopening of our state where people were allowed to have more volume into the businesses. But this time, their narrative is, you have to wait, and I'll let you know when that is. So it's a Democratic state. It's a blue. We know where they stand. We got to get these kind of people out of office. That's all there is to it. We got to like squash these people. So I'm really upset about this. So you see reporters standing out there. The camera's about 6 feet away from them. I mean, where are these N95s? Nobody's even worn them. Nobody's worn, and I mean, yeah, I'm sure there was a time it was. But no longer. And no longer has been forever. So the purpose of the mask, I mean, we could walk around with a Kleenex in front of our face, right? I mean, would it matter? So we're being told you need the N95, you need this, you need military grade. I mean, come on. Ridiculous, ridiculous. We're just being held up and held hostage in our own cities and states. I am so happy again. You guys rock, man. Keep up the work in the red. Keep up the work in your states. So yeah, it frustrates me in big ways because nobody's even, if anybody should be setting an example, lead by example and show us these right the masks. They're not. They're not in any way. I've watched show people come out, you see them side by side. Sure, they split up. The one goes sits over here, one goes sits over. They're not doing that as they come out. I watched them and stuff. So I just don't believe this whole mask thing. I don't. If you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick. And the numbers, come on, they're no greater than the flu when across the board. We know that. And I'm not saying that people can't get sick, just as they can get sick from the flu, which has been going on, in a scare from 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when all that happened. It's like, oh, we got this thing. It's called the flu, and people are going to get sick from it. And we did. And I think we got stronger from it. And that's called herd. So, I mean, is that where we're at with this in ways? And I know it's all over the board. It's all over the board. Opinions. And then we see people with good hearts, good intentions, who work in the fields, and they're telling us about the vaccines and what they really are. We're lost in these scenarios. But I mean, if you really think about it, if you stay healthy, you drink water, eat your greens, your vegetables, your proteins, you know what I mean? Look out the best you can for yourself and prepare for what's to come. Definitely do that. Because at a moment's notice, we don't know what that is. We really don't know their next plan or planned event. I see reset all over the place. It's already it's already happened. It's just, they aren't going to flat out do it from the looks of it, but gradually the growth of it is occurring. So do what you can, live as free as you can. If you're worried, I respect you 100%. Wear your mask. I'll do the right thing when I'm out. Besides, no one needs to look at this. I'll put a mask on when I go into the store and so forth. It doesn't. I'll do that out of respect, period. But it's not how I live my life outside that door. And I won't. I won't bow to them. I won't kneel to them. Did anybody see Joe kneel today? Went to a food bank. He kneeled down. Everybody thought he was. I was told that he saw a pickle, and he was going after a pickle. So I don't know if it was true that he was somehow kneeling. I mean, I would have never posed in that picture with him. I would have been like, I'm out of here, man. People need to wake up still. To me, I can't, I can't acknowledge him in any way. I just can't. And I reflect back to a diner picture where he tried to talk to a gentleman in a diner. I don't know who he is, but I love you, dude. I love you, man. He just ignored him and ignored him. And I know that. I know that burned his ass. But anyway, do what you have to do on the masks. But keep in mind, what we're seeing out there, the example set forward from people who should lead by example, wear all these proper things, they don't even do it. They have tissue paste masks on and stuff. I mean, and we wear them too. I've never gotten sick. I mean, I might have had a sniffle or something, And I go out and I do a couple miles as often as I can. And sometimes in change of weather, you can just get something. I wouldn't worry about this, but we're going to have to get through it, Pennsylvania. We're going to have to get through it. And the rest of America. There's a lot of states out there that aren't going to give this up on you. And know that you have our support here. We are a voice for you. That's truly what we are. I hope you watch us. I hope you share us. I do believe I got a little bit of a threat tonight. Or maybe it wasn't. But I could vanish. I will come back. I will come back. And there's other avenues to take. So, and I'm on some of them. We are on some of them. I offered to take a couple questions if I could, if any popped up. So I'm just checking for that. So just bear with me if something's here. I really want to honor anybody I can. Lucy. Okay, girl, how are you? Yeah, I guess you heard about the 2024 thing. I sent it to you. Hello, William Mosher. Hello. We got gadgets all over the place now. thank you for everybody's support out there. The 47, the Patriot, Boycott Biden, everybody, everybody. Thank you for letting us post and try to grow with you and be the voice that you guys may need. Because hey, we're frustrated here too, and it's a different way to do it. But I really respect you guys for allowing us in. Okay, so some other things. Last night I kind of told some things, exposed a few things, and the night before I did the same things. I'm kind of thinking our military does have their eyes open. I kind of really believe that. There has been some things released. I saw it two ways. The one I didn't know of, the one I did. Did anybody ever hear before it's news? Anyway, in their post, the claim was, and I'll just read from this real quick. This is, you remember Hillary? She called us a bunch of deplorables, right? We were the deplorables. Throw it at us. We just get stronger. Doesn't matter, But anyway, news of Hillary's arrest by Navy SEALs and another organization. I don't know if this is 100% true, but yeah. So that's what's been out there today. That she was arrested on Tuesday night, and I believe some of the charges were listed. If you look up before it's news, I have somewhere else marked the other one, and I really do think I recognized the name on that when I saw it. Keep that in mind, because last night I did tell you that there was some things, and I think Trump actually left a trail of fire, and they don't know where to attack it or how it's going to come, and that's why they're being so disruptive on their narrative, hitting us in every shape and form that they can. And I think things are now popping up. And again, verify this. Consider what I'm telling you. I really think he was no dummy. I really think there's fires under some people's butts up there. And if you keep exposing them, you're probably on the same track of what he did. And now we are seeing the Republican Party, the GOP, is standing out stronger. They're making demands. You see what we have. So keep that in mind. That was, to me, a great break. If it's 100% real, we know what she did. We know how she sat through her last hearings with the emails and all that stuff. And she was just raw. She could have cared less. She showed up for the amusement of it, and that look was all over her face. And I hope that look changed Tuesday, if all said is true to those effects. Let me get a little further here. We know a little more on the guns and what they're trying to do. And, the Dems here really fail Americans when illegal immigrants will have more privileges than you. And now they're trying to enforce some type of gun law insurance that's $800. I don't know if it was per gun. The article that I came across, and I did see another one, but I was out and about. I didn't have anything to write with. And when I heard it and how I got it, but there was something, they're going to be charging everybody for all your guns, taxing you. And again, but they're going to extend every courtesy to these illegals coming in and getting automatic citizenships and all your benefits out of Social Security and welfare that your tax dollars paid into. So, like I said, we're in a hell of a fight. And we got to block them every which way we can. And I know a lot of people will. Saying Mary Kay, Marie Trump's on. Okay, so anyway, it would be great if you can share the broadcast. They could kill me at any time, I guess. I'm also probably not going to keep as much on my page and try to upload, but not keep them there quite as long to give them less to attack me on. And I might slip through for a longer period of time that way. So anything you can do to get us some exposure out there in your groups and formats, I greatly appreciate it. Um, okay, so on that, another issue come up. It was reported in regular news, but it was just like briefly slipped out. It was said, but not loudly. And there's some information about Biden and Kamala, whatever, Harris. That there's possibilities of an investigation going on or have started. Now, I don't know who's heading that, if it's DOD or whatever, but it's going to fall under campaign financing frauds. Now, we know how Biden works. He stands in the background and they distribute their money between their families. And there's not a lot you can do about that. That was a legality that these so-called Franks, that's how they practiced it, Spend the money, get it off the books, give it to the family, and we'll give them some. They can kick it back to us. And that was an illegal way to do it. But now I think some people are stepping in, so that could be another fire left by Trump. What to look out for, how to get them when he was gone. And I think some of those actions are being taken. I mean, look, we got all these states automatically after a CPAC just jump up and say, we're opening up. Follow that part. Follow the narrative that he had a plan for. Save America. That is the plan. And now I believe he put that part in our hands. So we're going to have to support him, try to fund him a little bit, and, do what we can on our part. So, yeah, come on, man. This gun thing is like, can't wait to hear from the news on that one. Can't wait. I could try to throw some humor at you at this point and throw you a little joke or something, but I'm not even in the mood to go that way. But I do think we possibly have the military with open ears. And then about the Capitol Police, what's going on with that situation. They are like, hello, we need your help for at least 60 more days. And then inside, they make their comments, and the comments always come from the left, of course. Their agenda is always first. A reduction of what's up there, though, is what's said to happen. That we're going to see some things starting to break apart. But I think they're going to probably honor somehow, some way, protection within the proximities of the Capitol and the White House. So that'll probably still exist, but not maybe look quite as bad. But anything in front of these buildings, in my view, really does look bad. I mean, that's like a total misrepresentation to what America is. For us to be in that situation, have that look in our country, which they created. They're scared of what they created. They truly are. They're scared of what they created. But they're not afraid to keep firing back. And as long as they have the protection up there, they're going to fire back. And that's just the way it is. We need to 86 these people, but again, the process is going to take some time to do that. So if you want to change America, and I know I do, it has to be an all-in-together plan. I know we got some really strong group formats out there. Again, thank you for having us aboard and letting us share and whatnot and giving us back the positivity and comments. I appreciate it. But, yeah, we really got to lock tight together. They're going to try to disrupt us, and I really think that's their narrative on all these memes and dumb posts and cartoon carriers and Woody Woodpecker. Come on. That's a 3-word for every man got one. Come on. So, but on the other side, have you seen all this strange clothes? Are they taking us into what? The land of 3030? The futuristic? Come on. It doesn't even in any way. Yeah, getting it from the back here, it isn't flattering. I mean, you come out with these farmer jeans on to cover over half your head. You look like you're in a, what's the Chinese when they bounce off each other? You guys know what I'm talking about. That's nuts. So you look like you're in this big damn balloon. And I want to see somebody fall. I want to see. me how hard it is for them to get back up. I don't know. I don't agree with that type of clothes. I mean, and I'm not saying you got to be all sexy, form-fitting, and whatnot. I think women, as well as I'm not looking on the other side. Guys, I'm sure you're handsome people. But let me talk about the feminine side. Ladies, do what you do best. I'm sure you'll be on the money with it. Anyway, clothes. I can get it if they're doing something, over in Italy or something. That's a big fashion thing coming down, and it's like an opening, like where they're just trying to blow some people away, and then you see some normality. But it doesn't look like that's the vibe here. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to start seeing that as well as all this other of the narrative. I mean, there's a lot of secrets behind closed doors, and these people are coming out, if you get my drift. And hey, do what you want, look the way you want, but give us a minute to get the strangeness away in our mind. At least if you're going to do this, and we have to all live together, and I will, if I crack up at you or laugh, it may not exactly be because I'm being racist. My mind's trying to comprehend what it's saying. And you're not going to make it easy on us. So you be strange. You be who you are. And you will have this from me. Respect. But forgive me if I laugh, because I deserve that. It's part of my inner self being a human being, But it's strange. Prepare yourself, world. It's weird. And remember that narrative. I really think they're shooting it at you to get you off track. Stay focused. Expose these people. Expose them, because they're dirt. They're DBPs. Dirtbag politicians. That's exactly what they are. When you hear me refer to the DBP, they're not our friends. You'll know that in the future. I don't say it a lot. I try to watch my tongue to certain things, but it has to come out with where we're at. Anyway, let me get to a couple other things here. The Vatican's weighing in on some things too, and it's not all coming out here. He's using religion as threats and God to punish us with, if we don't stay in this game with Biden across the United States, that expect another flood to possibly. This is a Jesuit pope. Again, it's more of a show that I would like to do on a Sunday and interact with people and talk about this, because it's so deep over there. It's unbelievable. And it's a narrative that they've always used, and a control mechanism. No different from what the government's doing right now. But, as long as you give and accept their prayer, you'll be granted to the kingdom of heaven. I think that's for all of us. I think that is something that's just in us. We are so incredible of people as who we are as beings. And this outer shell has nothing to do with your consciousness. It doesn't. And there's a bunch of stuff out there on that. Download your consciousness, become A1, live forever. And they're figuring out ways to download your thoughts, your memories, and your emotions and put it into a robotic type thing. No, that's not a joke. And technology is weird. It's out there that way, and they have these things that you can go to that they hold yearly and check out all this stuff. And it's real. But anyway, I want to get past that, because I don't want you guys to think I'm too strange. But understand what you're dealing with here and who I am. I'm a conspiracist. I love conspiracy theorist, adventurer. Because there's so much. And it goes back to the government on what they hide, what they do know. And there's much, because secrets are good for them. Anyway, in Pittsburgh, PA, and again, I'm from Pittsburgh, I apologize. One of our bishops, on his way out the door, gets a gift for $2 million. when all this other stuff and all these things that have occurred to people, altar boys, and so forth, school students that were closest in the Catholic Church diocese and whatnot, and the things that they lived through and went through. The people were still waiting to testify and go into hearings and whatnot. They're giving away $2 million to. There's a lot to this story. I'll just say I'm totally against what they did, and yet they're reaching their hand out for more money every Sunday in one way or another. If you can't come to church and it's via this or via that, you can send it in the mail. That's fine, and we'll have prayers on the other side of the screen for you. And hey, that's fine if people have that belief. But wow, what a game! What a game! Christians, I'm all for you. I'm not for this in any way, shape, or form, and I have my own reasons as well. So, but just weirdness, and as if it could get any stranger, expect more. I'm telling you, expect more. So, wow, like how much more amazing will the future really become for us in the next 4 years? All right. Yeah, and this is only really at the beginning. Trump just left office. It's nuts. It's nuts. Don't get sucked into them. Don't get sucked into them. Hey, and let us be that voice. Send us your thoughts. Let us get them out there. We can share. I can make some commentary. Maybe my commentary is not always great. That's okay. I can deal with that. But I think I'll get some of my best efforts forward for y'all. These people do deserve that. You know that? I mean, they do. They're great people. Everyone that I've met so far. Let me see what I got here, because I got other things. So I'm going to read a little bit from this because it'll help me refresh my memory, and then I can look up a little bit more and say, hey, what's going on, people? But I have to do this because my day is work, this, and just other things. I want you to be so ever aware of what's kind of coming, and you're going to have to prepare to know you're going to suffer. We're going to be in an out of control inflation. Yeah, they're going to give you a stimulus and they're going to take it right back through another hand that's in the pocket somewhere. Whether it's utilities, food chains, clothing, taxes. Believe me, this is a slap in our face. So, yeah. Be so ever cautious on how you handle things in your finances. Support you and your family. Make that always come first. Yeah, so to me, it's like it's going to be a dangerous atmosphere, to our world. And every penny they spend as well to get you through this with the stimulus is going to be a penny more in your debt. And if something happens to us in our time, it'll be on our children's and our grandchildren's debt. And we're so far behind in debt of trillions of dollars. I mean, literally trillions. Most of it untraceable as to where it ever went and what it did. And that is true. Look up the Freedom of Information Act. Look into it. The information's there, but it goes nowhere because no one can identify what parts of the deep state got this money. I have theories on that, and a lot of it's technology and whatnot, but still. So, yeah, with that coming, and it's going to, and you'll see it rather quickly, keep in mind, it all falls on the American workers. And about only 9% of this plan, Joe's incredible rescue that's going nowhere, like the bridge from Schumer, is all that package was about. The rest was all a bunch of. So I'm really glad GOP's standing up and getting these people to reject and vote on these things and get rid of these people. We're trying to get rid of them, but it's what they're doing, what they're sticking into these papers. Excuse me 1 second. So, getting back to Joe Blow's failed American rescue plan that sucks. And it is a failure. It's a failure to his party. It's a complete failure, period. This plan is a reject to the United States and the money going out of the United States or to anyone in the States that is not a true component of this COVID package in any way. And we know it's a fistful of papers in there that are doing this on the money that was not even needed. But, hey, if you cry, you need it, and some of us do. This is what they do when they go to bat. That's why President Trump had such a hard time on the first one. But he made a promise to you that he would get you a stimulus. And I think he just sucked it up and said, you know what? These people are more important than the money. And I'll fix it. And I think that's what he thought he could do at the time. And, he signed it. And you did receive your stimulus. So, but here again, my last part of the thought on this topic is, from me, my thought. This is not a true component of COVID and what COVID should be. I mean, if we only need 9% of it, we only needed but yet 1.9 trillion. So I think wherever this money went, and I think the GOP needs to do this and investigate this a little further because we were under pressure, and I think maybe we can appeal to what had happened. That anywhere this money went outside of the United States or in states to anybody of interest to the Democratic Party on the left be returned. And if they spent this money, then they need to start making payments with interest back to us. We should not, as people, be responsible for this mishap and misjustice of the first stimulus, as well anything that happens in this second one. And I know the second one is going through hell. And they're finally standing up somewhere on the right and saying, we're not going to take this anymore. And again, I go back to CPAC Save America. He had a plan, and I think we're starting to see some things being unleashed because they know there's nobody that can beat this man. Nobody can beat him. You got to lie, cheat, and steal to beat him. Congratulations. So, monies that went out, I would like to see our GOP starting to say, "Hey, you got to return that. We're not the candy factory here. This was undeserving to you. Give it back." And let them fight that way on that narrative up there for us. It should not be put on us. And even if we could pay back these debts in some artificial time, we're still, $25 trillion the other way. And that's never going to get caught up. And that's why a lot of things are happening the way they are. And I really fear a reset. I fear it. And this digital no more cash system money, they're going to come after what you have. At some point, it's going to be really, really bad. Think smart. I don't even want to tell you gold safe anymore because I love gold. I can't tell you that that's even going to be safe. Stocks I seen were banging the other day low. Everything was low. It just shows you what's going on. So, yeah, that poll, just to get back to that real quick, we showed 88% on the online poll that finds in the U.S. that does approve of Donald Trump at this time and does not approve of the conduct and the behavior, basically, on how they ran the poll. I guess there were certain questions. I missed it, of what's going on from the left at this point. So there you see we had like 74 million at 50% possibly, and we could be millions off. Think about that on what we know now of what happened. Dead people doing this and ballots and people doing double ballots. It was just nasty. So, yeah. Anyway, let's try to rock this a little harder for you guys. I don't want to start going into my low mode. I got to go back to Pittsburgh again. Check this out, though, everybody. Tell me if this isn't really This is below the belt. And yet, if we open our mouth about this, it's going to come back and haunt us. Our mayor, Peduto, who left this city become ever so disgraceful and filthy. And that's no matter where I go, Mr. Mayor. No matter where I go, that's what I see. I don't know what our employees are doing. I don't know who these supervisors are out there in these different districts that run them. But let me tell you something. Somebody needs to start doing something back there. We do pay our taxes. I got to say this, though. I don't know who came up with this plan exactly, and I know the money's coming in as gifts to support. And I'm sure there's a narrative to how this is feeding down that it's not good. I'm trying to figure out my words here, but I guess I should just say the way it is. $500 each month will go to only women of culture. I'll say it that way. I don't really want to be fingered as a racist here, but this blows me away that you'll only give it to one type of particular person when all people suffer and do work. All women. All women. And a lot of women still suffer behind a wage loss equal to men of 21% in the United States. Don't even get paid for doing the same equal job, the same money. Now, I'm not saying that's not, you could go to Walmart and get a job. They pay everybody across the board. There's companies out there that do practices, and that shit needs to stop. But anyway, our great mayor comes out on the TV today, and I'm going to think about how he said it so it can be more clear to you. And I believe how it was stated, that, and I'm not against them getting it. I got to say that first. Yeah, they deserve it. This isn't about Keller, but it is about equality too. And the narrative here seems to be broken. I don't care who donated $600,000 or $1 million. You have to offer that to everybody. ACLU, where are you on this, really? Because I'm starting to really distrust you. Somebody needs to step in here for Pittsburgh. We have females out there. Sole providers for some of them. Some of them are the heads of their own families. I get that. But you cannot, to me, that is a discrimination against all women. And you keep going in that direction. This is why we can no longer have anywhere in the United States who politics, because that's how this moron got in there. And that's what he is. To come out and say that. This should be a blanket to cover all. And I know many young women who are going through this struggle. But again, I'm not against the policy of what the good that can come out of this. But why is it just for a one-sided narrative again? It's terrible. It's horrific. If you want to use that word, it really is. People of Pittsburgh, hear this loud and clear. You cannot stand for this type of behavior from a leader in our city. Think very smart this election. Think very, very smart. It blows me away. And I'm sure if you're hearing that, you're probably thinking some of the things that I'm thinking. Again, I'm trying to protect my tongue here a little bit because, all right, that said, and I vented that out, this city is filthy. Clean it up. I don't care if you got to put a broom in your hand. You're taking a salary. If you can't do it from behind a desk, go out and sweep the street. So, Republican Rep. Ron Johnson asked for a full reading, as many of you probably know, and if you don't know, on the 628 COVID page relief bill that is called, Joe's America Rescue Plan, Joe America Saving America. It's had a couple words drift on in different ways. So I'm heading in that direction for what I'm calling for on that part of it. But, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they finally said, we have the right to do this, and they pressured them that way. I feel bad for the reader, the clerk, But guess what? It's your job. And it could come at any time. And it's your job. You're going to have to suck up when we asked from our side that you need to do this, and you do it. And I'm sure it was a lot for him to sit through. I don't know if it got completely through. I don't know if he gave her a break and said, okay, I heard enough and felt bad for her. Don't know the results on any of that. But I do know it was asked. I do know that he sat in a room, and possibly other people may have taken turns. And all pages had to be read so they could itemize what was necessary and take notes to all the information being read to make it easier for them. Because you can't do this and sweep it under a rug like they did the first one. You can't do it. And again, I stand firm what I'm saying. Ask for our money back. You had no right to do it. You know? And if they're incapable of, then I guess we're going to take payments with interest back to the United States somehow. And this is how they're doing it. This is standing up, America. This is standing up. We're starting to see some action up there. We really are. Look across the whole board on everything I've talked about. Something is stronger, and they need to take this direction. And it's going to be a big, long fight for 4 years. Expect to see everything and anything. Going past that, American renters in the U.S., without being quarantined, but Joe lets illegals right in. So I guess where I was going with that, my note might have been bad how I was trying to read off in here. Again, faces the reality of if you go out of the country and you have to do something, you come back into an immediate quarantine. I don't know if they're following people because I don't do this type of travel, but I'm appalled that this stuff, and you let illegal immigrants come into the country and they could be sick, and you just place them into a state and say, fly, be free. Yeah. Hey, get on my Harley with me. I don't know. Just weird. So Texas lawmaker really comes to our bat, and for President Trump. And to me, this is the most exciting news. And I'm sure hell's going to fly loose on this one. But we have a Texas lawmaker who files a bill to finish President Trump's wall now. To build the wall, back up, resecure any of the damages, and finish it. Thank you, Mr. Lawmaker in Texas. Thank you. We need that. And you can expect backlash. It's going to happen. It's not going to be good. And you know what? So what? It's nice to see someone stepping up and believes in this plan. I mean, it was put in place for a reason. And that's why I'm saying, again, I really think President Trump left a trail of fire under these people's butts. I really do. And he's unbeatable. He's untouchable. But I truly hope he's going to be safe. I still think where he is, even if he keeps hushing ways, minds his own business and just keeps with his political party and keeps moving forward. We have a lot to do in our elections. We have a lot of work there. We really do need IDs. These outside ballot mail-ins, they should be expunged out of the system. No longer, if you can't walk in that room, show ID, and have a more simplified system. Get rid of these machines. Do something where it's 100% positive. Whether we have to have law enforcement watching that everybody's vote counts. We have to build a plan and platform to ensure what happens next time. But I am going to say this again to you. It doesn't matter who you voted for. The narrative here is we are already growing. People see that there is disgust and filth coming out of what they placed in the office, even though they weren't legally placed there. The vote count, I don't agree with. And I know you follow me there. I say it too much probably. But they're going to jump sides. They're going to come back over to us. If they left, they're coming back. If they were never here, they will. We have to keep on feeding positivity and accept a little bit of tolerance right now. They may think they're flying on top of the world until they start to suffer all the same consequences that are about to hit us on our side for wanting who we wanted as a duly elected official that was somehow, you know, the end of that story. So, this might be interesting. It would have been when I was a kid. They waited so long to make pot legal, you know? Unreal. But now, if police approach a car and they smell pot or your home, they no longer have, you know, discretion to search anything and whatnot. I don't know how the police are going to take to that, but so that's something up there getting thrown about. So I guess if they can't get you all the way on defunding the police, the narrative will be within the laws, restricting them to enforce. And again, I was a kid. Many of us were. Don't judge me. Hey, I'm just trying to be truthful here. What are they going to do? I go out in the stores and parking lots. I experience the strength of the smell. And in one way I say, power to the people, you know? That old flower child thing, the Woodstock, and people having a good time. But they knew how to protest, and they did create a path for us, just like some of the black community did. And that stalls the left side, the deep state. That really does stall them. And when they're stalled, they kill. So we do have to be cautious. We know their path. We know Hillary's path. We know what surrounds her. So anyway, these police are no longer going to be able to search over the, you know, in their own conscience, knowing that there could be unlawful something going on. They're not going to have that ability to conduct themselves that way anymore. So, okay, you just robbed the bank, but your car smells like pot. You better get going. Don't laugh at me back there. Oh, God. You get where I'm coming from, right? Look, I'm a normal person sitting behind a normal microphone. Oh, really. I try to put a little humor into what comes out of my mouth. Don't judge me the wrong way. It's all for you. So I want to final out here with a couple thoughts. The left, I don't like you. Left, you're not going to like me. Left, you're not going to like our party. Left, throw it, we'll eat it. And remember, I think it's a narrative to disrupt where your minds truly are. We need to expose them. If we expose hard enough, our lawmakers are going to have to try to do more. I don't care if we fail. Put them through it. We need to put them through it and make who are their work. Let them know that they are our leadership. Bottom line. Bottom line. And I don't care if it cuts their throats. I don't care if it cuts their throats. They're going to have to remain strong to do a job that they were put there to do. And bottom line is we have to enforce that. Expose, expose, expose all this petty ass BS. Try to clear your mind. Have fun. Oh, have fun. I get that. But stay strong to the game, to the narrative, because we could change so much in 4 years, but we could also stop from using grassroots and what that word really means in our society and where it's come from to protect what's going to happen for Trump. We may be able to stall 50% of the BS that they're going to create. They're ahead of us. They proved it. But that doesn't mean they're going to take us down. That doesn't mean they're going to take us down. What lies ahead, you know, surely I really don't know everything. No one does. But, I mean, we got to expose them. And the other thing is, I don't care if it's even to our side. We got to come up with some kind of term limits. I mean, look what these lifestyle entities and these offices have done and brought us to. Anyway, I want to thank you again for all your support. I truly do. It's overwhelming in ways. It's great to share in conversation with you guys in the morning with a cup of coffee before I get to bat on some things and start living my life too before I get back here to this microphone on 10 O'Clock Talks. Push us hard. Our narrative now has to go forward hard. Look, I can only be a voice. We can have some fun doing it. But I can be the voice that you need, that you have, that you want. You can like and share if you choose. No pressure. Really, no pressure. This will go where it will go. I say that with all sincerity to you. It doesn't mean I'm going to like fade out of the chair. I have plans of doing things in my life. I guess this is one now that I'm taking on to make better for everybody, or try to make better and give some optimism and hope. But Trump 2024, we got to rock that. We really do. That's where we're going. We got a lot of work ahead. Again, I want to shout out, and they deserve it. You know, this is our feature for the weekend. The Blaze Grill, Bridgeville, PA, 500 Washington Avenue, Bridgeville, PA. Takeouts and reservations, check them out, please. 412-319-7475. Hey, and if there's somebody else out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Ohio, West Virginia, if we can help you, people are looking at this. I don't know if you see the same things I see on number boxes, but everywhere we are, the little people that come in with comments, it's better than what we thought, where we would be, and we thank you for that. You know, again, this format is for you guys. We don't do anything to get paid. It's all about time and good conversation and support for each other. So that's where we're at. Also, keep in mind this weekend, if you're in Bethel Park, Ant's Chop House. Shout out to you people out there. Oh man, your stuff looks fabulous on the website. Call for reservations. Ant's Chop House, 412-854-2667. They are open 7 days a week. Keep in mind our friends down at Lawrenceville Motors. Jeff, hello. Pops, how you doing? If they don't have the car with the income tax coming out and the stimulus that you're looking for, you tell them what you want. They'll go get it. I mean, they are willing to help you fit you in your finances with a good car, good durable car that's running. So 412-963-8525. And Jeff, always thank you, brother, for your support, man. You know, you're like one of my kids. You're a great, great person. 202 Hometown Taco, 407 Lincoln Avenue. I think that's Jeannie Calagiori's. Wow, I don't know. Anyway, I'll just hold that thought there. It's somebody we know probably in the hood here. But 412-301-8141. If any home remodeling stuff, next week's going to be a bomb here in Pittsburgh. Temperatures are looking great. This guy may be able to help you if you're having a problem and secure and keep your home tight. So maybe that's what your stimulus can do for you. I hope you'll be able to use it that way with what I feel is coming. But Pigeonoski Repair and Remodeling, fully insured. Please check them out. Also check out Big Mike Fazio, real estate agent. Entrepreneur, 412-500-1890. If you're selling or buying, man, call him. Let him rep it for you. You know, this is local support, people, and this is what I do. I don't care if you're in Ohio. I don't care if you're in Maryland. It doesn't matter. Give us a heads up. I'll shout them out. We always do a feature now as well. That's something we added in. There's always a feature. And we do have new people. A lot of names to drop to you in a different way. You'll be seeing a format for that. If you choose to look at it, whatever, please do. Anyway, Steel City Insulation, John and beautiful Vicky. Hi guys, how are you? They do everything foam insulation for your home from the roof down, all the way down. 724-352 foam. Man, great people, I swear. I checked out the work. It's fabulous, man. He does, I don't care if it's a metal garage. They have techniques to be able to do and insulate anything you need. If you got like some hot rods and your Harleys and stuff like that, or just a nice car, your wife's, and you know, and you don't dig what you have, call this man. Call John up at Steel City Installation. Innovative Auto Works. Custom stuff, man. Boom, bomb. It's the bomb. Please look them up. They're out in Wexford, PA, 724-933-5656. Ask for Mike or anybody available that picks up the phone. Talk to them. Talk to them. We'll display. You will not believe. Wow. I mean, some craziness up there with what they can do and these motors and the sounds of it. Just the pressure that these things give off when they really get into some seriousness. Salon Atmosphere. Ladies, phenomenal. I'll say no more. 412-343-5490 or www.salonatmosphere.com. Pittsburgh rocks for you, girl. Classic Crafts. I do design by Eva. Same with her. If you're getting married, check this woman out. She's fabulous, man. Look at her stuff. Please check out her website and wait till you check out what I'm going to do for you starting next week. I'm running behind because of all this stuff and work. Some unexpected things, but it's coming, and we'll keep shouting you out. McGuinn's Barbershop, Murray Avenue. Guys, you need your hair done. You want to look good? You get where I'm coming from. Some of us just have it. Some of us need to get it. So give them a call. They do artistry with their scissors and trimmers. I swear to God. Check them out up there. McGuinn's, 412-488-1940. Classic Adventures. Hey, paranormal people. Air Logic Heating and Cooling. The North, they have your all-in-one solutions. Air Logic, 412-224-8358. And check out for us here in Pittsburgh if you can. Great people. Long. They've been helping us, serving us, man, for so many years. You can always count on Angela's Pizzeria. Always. 412-621-5330. It's Friday. Get some pizza. Get the Codfather. I know it's getting a little late. They could be open. Give them a try if you get this upload in time, anybody from Pittsburgh. Outside of that, I had to give them that shot. These people here in Pittsburgh deserve it. Your people everywhere across America deserves it as well. Let us help you if we can. Help us if you can. We're heading in a direction that could be pretty nice. I don't know. If you enjoy what you're hearing, and know that we do support you. We can be a voice for you. Let me know what you once said, too. I'm more than happy to do it. Don't be shy, you know. Don't be shy. I'm here for you. So with all that said, excuse me. I'm talking a lot. With all that said, people, you know, again, thank you for your support. And I want to thank everybody on the Christian side, man, sending prayers and whatnot. That I'm not laughing at you. It's overwhelming, and I appreciate it. Sometimes I may not say enough back to you. I apologize for that. But, you know, amen to all you guys that are doing it, and I do appreciate it. To everybody in Pittsburgh, thanks for your support. Everybody on the outskirts, just learning about us, checking us out. Thank you for stopping in, viewing. Again, they could flatten me at any time. If they do, look for me in a different way. I'll reach out to you somehow. We'll find each other through these group pages. In the meantime, you know, take care of yourself. Rest well. I'll do a commentary and something Sunday. I'm going to take the day off tomorrow for Saturday. I might post some things, but I want to be careful about all that. So from Pittsburgh, you're getting this live and some uploading. They won't give me the format to do it. You people rock, and remember, please don't judge me. I won't judge you. Good night.